Alrighty, this is Pat's Piano Playing, and now we are in Mountain View, California. Today is 4th of July. Let's explore and let's see what we have for today. So I'm gonna get my camera and then we're gonna keep going from there. So it is a beautiful day today. It's not that hot as the other days has been. And one thing that I am noticing today immediately when I started driving towards here, it's that it seems pretty quiet and empty. Now, what do I do in these certain situations? What do you do when it's quiet, empty, and you sense that no one will be around for anyone to hear your music? Well, I'm not an expert on all these things. I am just experiencing through them and getting better little by little. And I am not gonna lie, I kind of feel like I want to just go home and just try tomorrow. And I kind of want to do that because I would imagine that people would be in here tomorrow more so than today. I would imagine that today is 4th of July, so maybe a lot of people are at home and, with their barbecue. Not a lot of people are gonna be going out. So I am kind of like thinking, shoot, maybe I should just go home, practice, get some rest, come back tomorrow. But I'm already here. Oh, it's actually pretty packed. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera around and we're gonna see what we have. So this is Mountain View, Castro Street. This place has a long history of me being in it. I used to work in this block. Maybe somewhere a little bit further. No, but you know what? I do see a lot of people all around already. Some stores are gonna be closed today, which is totally fine because why would they be working today? Which means I can probably perform here. This spot right here though, this spot right here is where I would often come and play. And there's a flower shop right about here. And a lot of times they would bring me some coffee or something like that. Now we're gonna make a walkthrough through this block. I do like the setting right now. Okay, I was getting kind of worried. I thought it was gonna be pretty empty today. But I do hear a lot of people already. Today might be a good day. Now, here, check this out. This is the spot I will be coming back maybe like in an hour, which is right about here. Right here. I'm gonna come back here and then beautiful day. You can kind of already tell there's a good restaurant here. Never been in there though. What's it called? Cafe Baklava. Anyways, let's make a little stroll and let's get on with it. Oh, by the way, since I will be playing over there, often I would come here to use the bathroom. Now, today it is going to be, I think it'll be a good day. Okay, I was thinking of going home, but no, it'll actually be a cool day. Oh, and check this out as well. This store right here, it's a Eastern and West, it's called. They sell a lot of cool spiritual like things in there. I like walking here. I like buying gifts and little novelty items there. I'll probably come back here later. Alright, but yes, this is Mountain View, Castro Street. It's, I don't know how long has it been here, but I've been coming here since 2000 and I would probably say 2011. Yes, 2011. Now, there's a lot of good restaurants around here, and a lot of bookstores, and like you just saw right now, a lot of interesting novelty gift shops. So I'm gonna walk through. Now, topic of today. What are we going to do today? What's gonna happen? Alrighty, so one of the challenges of today is perceiving that the street will not be busy. What do you do when the street is not busy? Should you just play anyway? Should you go home and come back the next day? Well, there's only two ways you can look at it. There's maybe more, but two ways that I can just think of right now. And one would be if I decide to play anyway, even if it's like not busy at all, then I would have to endure the pain of not having an audience. And it is painful, to be honest. It's painful when you are there in the moment and there's no one to see you or hear you. It's kind of like that philosophical little quote. Is like when a tree falls down in an isolated forest, doesn't make a sound. And if somebody says, well, yeah, it does make a sound. How can there be a sound when there's no one to hear it? So that's kind of what you find yourself in. You end up playing for an audience that's not there. And to be honest, in the creative spirit that you might have, it really does hurt. It makes you feel bad, and it's terrible, to be honest. But it's one of the most rewarding moments as well, because when you force yourself to go through those painful, lonely experiences, then you really strengthen your skills when you actually have an audience where you can play with, or an audience that can hear you and everything. So that's one aspect of looking at it. If you decide to still perform in an empty block, empty street, empty day, you just have to mentally prepare yourself that there's no one gonna be around to hear you out. And it is painful. But mentally preparing yourself for those experiences will do you better. And you can still have a good time. The fact that there's no one there to hear you out means that you can actually just practice your improvs, because that's my thing. I do practice improvs. Now, what's the other way of looking at it? Going home. You can also go home. And you can come back the very next day. It's risky, because that means that if you do go home, then you can just take the day off, I suppose. Businesses goes up and down. So if you go home, you just have to make yourself go the next day. But the risky thing is that maybe the next day is not busy, maybe the next day is just like that. And the worst part is that you end up figuring out that the day you could have gone and you left home, it's actually busy later on in the day. So it's more like a feeling, you cannot sense it. But to develop an accurate feeling of these things going on, you just have to have a lot of experience. Like, I've been doing this for a while now, so whenever I go to a location and it's dead quiet, I do get the urge of going home. And I have done so in the past. Then I come back the next day and it's very, very quiet as well. So there's always gonna be a risk. Now, this is a beautiful street, beautiful day. I'm actually excited. So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna sit down somewhere and make another video. But yeah, Castro Street offers a lot of restaurants, a lot of gift shops, a lot of vibes. I don't drink, but there's a lot of good bars around here too. People stop by and get a drink. And let me show you right here. This is a winery that I've never been to, but it's always been there as well. I'm gonna stop by there and make another video, but This place has a lot of soul in me because later on I'll show you where I used to work at, and it was such a great time. Alrighty. Stop right here.